Hello guys, and welcome back to another session of learning Unity. I think where we last left off, we were trying to finish our attacker. This is what we have so far in terms of the new attacker. And yeah, let's just get right into it. I think where we last left off, we were trying to watch his solution on how to create a fox or something. Yeah, alright. And I remember, because the way I did my solution might have been different from what he did, since I used the tag, and he also mentioned that solution too. So I'm curious as to what he'll do, and it's already looking different because he has an if statement outside this condition, which in my case I placed it within the if statement. So I have one if condition, which is what he had, and then I created this other if statement. But we'll see what he does, because I'm curious, to be honest. Oh, I see what he's gonna do. So basically, he's gonna give that gravestone a gravestone or a wall script, and that could be good or bad. In this scenario, it might be kind of pointless because we're not really adding anything to the script. But in another game, let's say there is some functionality to our wall, then using a script is a good idea. But yeah, I see what he's gonna do. He's gonna do get component, and if it returns null, then it's false, and it's not a gravestone. Therefore, the fox can't jump over it. That's what I'm presuming he's going to do. So the way he did it, he basically, this is what he did. He had a gravestone, and then within that gravestone, we're just gonna, I'm not gonna use his method because I don't see the point of doing it, other than maybe for learning a different way of doing it. But yeah, I mean, like the script afterwards, basically we're just gonna so we're gonna drag and drop this gravestone, and we don't need to do anything with the script because basically we don't have any functionality for it to do for the gravestone. So now what he did is he did an if condition for if the other is a gravestone, then we'll so we're gonna have an if condition like this. We're gonna get the gravestone. I think that's what I named it as. Let me check. Oops. Yeah, but it's not capitalized. And then we just do this one, and that's basically what he did. So that way, if it is a gravestone, then this will validate, and then it will set this trigger. And if it's a defender, then this will fail. If it's any other defender type, then this will fail, and then it'll go to this condition, and then obviously it's true, therefore it's gonna attack. But since, like I mentioned, the Gravestone will have no functionality for this game, I'm just gonna stick with the tag. I will delete this one though. And let's just see how it looks. Let me delete it first. Wait, what? Oh, children of prefab can't be deleted. That's fine. And we're also going to delete Heartless, and then we're going to see it in the bigger picture. What will happen if it meets Defender? It just goes on like that. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Akuma from Street Fighter. I don't know, I forgot what move it was, but it was basically him kind of like teleporting to the other side of the character, which is very useful if like he's being trapped in a corner or something. But you know, it's not that bad, I think. Alright, let's just continue. Alright, before we continue, let's look at the Q&A. Wait, is that his game? Whoa, that's awesome. Wow, that's impressive. Holy. Basically, if you have 2 to 3 graves, it would end the end jump animation. 2 talents after the last grave, at least for me. So after messing around with the animation for the jump, I figured out how to configure the jump attacker to correctly end jump animation. no matter the amount of graves. So I placed the second set movement speed with a value of 0.1 at the red circle. I believe you need to tweak it differently as I made custom sprite animations. Wait, I don't think that happened to me. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, it's not that bad. I'm slowed down just to see how it looks. Alright. I mean, I do see an inconsistency because if it goes over here, it starts teleporting in this right here, but then when it gets to this one, it has to be like around here, and then now it's like closer to this side. So I think I'm just gonna leave it like that for now because it doesn't look that bad, I don't think. Alright. My fox is not colliding with anything, even I have set all the colliders on the objects and cross-check the scripts for an on trigger and on collision. Okay, that's it. Let me see. If anyone's bothered by the fox sliding, if you're bothered by the fox sliding while not moving their feet, or if you just want to tidy up the animation some more, remember that you can add multiple. Alright. Attaching an image showing what I did. Note: the pause before the jump may be unnecessary, as it's only 2 to 3 frames long. If you want the animation to be smoother, then just set the jump speed right at the first frame. Set speed to 0. Set the speed for the jump. I used 3. Dang, this guy really edited it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. If you're having trouble clearing the grave, try making the fox collider smaller. You know, I think I might tune in later for that. Oh, here it is. Trigger can only be used in one way while both can either be true or false. If you want to make a bolt running animation because you don't know when the player stops running, so bolt would be true when he's running and false when he's not. Trigger might be used in some skills or attacks because you always know how long the animation will last, so you'd want to set trigger to start the animation and don't have to worry about its end. The animation itself would need to have looping unchecked and transition back as exit time check, so it will automatically change the animation state. Trigger might be used in some attacks. Oh, right. Actually, that's pretty good. Why do? we use trigger versus bool. So we use a trigger when we have an exit time in our animation. With bool conditions, we set a criteria, I guess, that must be met before switching animation states. Alright, I think that's fine. Let's move on. Alright, so we are given the challenge of spawning different attackers in the same lane. So the first one is change our attacker variable to an attacker array and rename appropriately. Extract where we instantiate an attacker into a new method called spawn. Make spawn attacker responsible for randomly picking an attacker index from the array and calling spawn using that index. Alright. So, well, first let's look at our enemy spawner script. Alright. And then let me look at here, change our attacker variable to an array. So I'm assuming this one. Now I'm thinking should we do it as a cache reference or config parameter. Oh god. And then I guess we have to maybe call a method here that will randomly choose any of the attacker prefabs that are located here. Yeah, I think it's better to do it as a config param because we can just drag and drop the prefabs of our interest. Alright, let me see what else we have to do. So that was the first one, is changing it to an array. The next one, extract or instantiate an attacker into a new method called spawn. What? Wait, what? Isn't that kind of the same? May make spawn attacker responsible for randomly picking attacker index from the array and calling spawn using. Oh, never mind. So we're gonna have private voice spawn int index, and then we're gonna pass in an index that will choose one of these. Take that. Attacker prefab index. Oh wow, it's actually pretty simple. So I kind of forgot how to do random in Unity. So let's just do that real quick. Random.range. Is it inclusive and inclusive? Oh, they're both inclusive. Alright, that's good to know. So I think we just do spawn random.range, I guess 0 to attacker prefabs dot length, and I think it's a property, so I should just leave it like that. Oh yeah, since it's inclusive, we gotta do -1, I think. And yeah, I guess that's it. We're done. Oh wait, it's right here. I didn't see this. Alright. So, oh wait, there's a compiler issue. Bad array. Oh right, because we didn't instantiate it yet. Wait, we didn't? I thought we were supposed to do that after. To declare fixed size buffer field, use the fixed keyword before the field type. So we need to do this. New attacker. I think that's what it's asking for. Nope. Oh, right. I forgot C# is different. You have to do it in here. Oh, that's not it. Oh, it has to have an array size. We need a list, not an array. We need a list, not an array. Because then we can't dynamically add. So we're gonna have 4 enemies, right? I'm gonna stick with the array thing because that's what he wants. But since we have 4 enemy types, we're just gonna make 4. Oops. 4. Yeah, I think it sounds good. Syntax error. Line 8. Oh, my bad. I wonder if it... Actually, I kind of guessed if this was the syntax. Maybe it doesn't matter. Let me see. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. Alright, so now we have that. We got our spawners. And each one we have to give it different attackers, which does not seem like an efficient idea, but let's go check it out. So go to attackers, so go there, go there. Maybe I should have just done 2 just for testing, since we haven't done the 2, we haven't done the other enemies. I wonder if he did mean list, not an array, because an array is static. Wait, what? Oh, maybe. But yeah, an array is static, so that means we can't add new data to it during runtime. But this isn't even runtime, so I guess it doesn't really matter. It's just for efficiency. I'd rather drag and drop as opposed to... Wait, can I drag and drop? Well, I can add. So I guess it doesn't really matter. We can just edit it through the inspector. Alright, let's see. Let's see how this. Alright. Wait, what? Oh. No Heartless will live as long as Sora is alive. Alright, so what else do I need to do? I also wanted to add the death effects, which is over here. It may be Blizzard, but we can also do it here too. Wait, what? Let me see. Actually, no. That's not what I was. I mean, let me see how it looks. I mean, it's not bad. I wonder why the lizard isn't spawning. So it is exclusive? Weird, it says inclusive. I don't know. Yeah, so I guess it is exclusive. Oh, what do you know? Oh, dang. I guess that's an issue. Yeah, I guess that's an issue. I would probably need to maybe do like... I need to make the hitbox bigger for them. Like a square. I think that'd be good. Actually, no, I think that'd be tuning. But I guess I'm not gonna worry too much because I'm not gonna stick with this game idea. I'm just using it for learning purposes. Alright, so he did it differently. He passed in an attacker as opposed to an index. I'm trying to see if that's better, because it does sound better, because then we're worrying about the attacker as opposed to an index. You know what? I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change it to attacker. There you go. And for readability, we're just gonna take this, put that there, put that there, and yeah, we pass an attacker. That attacker gets instantiated, and it should be the same. Oh, we have compiler issues. Did I forget a comma or a semicolon? Lizard Heartless. Yep. Alright, still works. Good. Alright, before we continue, let's look at the question. What the heck? I just want to know, is this a default way of setting up an enemy spawner? Is a specific code for spawning random enemies at normal practice a normal practice? Hurrick encourages implementing randomness wherever feasible. I'm not clear on your question. Do you mean, do you have to use the exact code for any enemy spawner you ever code? I would say no. If you find another method, use it. the most part of it is showing us a way that works, but throughout the entire course it gives us tools we need to find our own, possibly between way of implementing our own ideas into our project. Dang it, I thought I was gonna just copy everything and make another game out of it. After a few seconds of testing, I get an error that the attacker was destroyed. Yeah, I need to know when to use var and when to use a specific type. So let me just do it quickly. When to use var unity. Why would I use var? Because I know in web development there's a thing called semantics, which help understand what your code is doing, because you can kind of still get similar results if you were to use different tags, which is what I guess a keyword in HTML, kind of like int, string. So maybe this is a way to kind of do the same thing. Oh, so it seems like we mainly use it to create a local variable. If we're not going to use it globally and it only matters within like a method, then we use var. But if we are going to use it globally, like for instance like these, then we need to declare the type. But if it's only like, let's say here, right, we can use var because it's only going to matter here, and it's just a quick way to, like, we don't even have to worry about what's, I mean we do, but it's a lot easier to just type in var, I guess, and then let Unity figure out what is being stored there. Alright, I guess I'll try to get used to that. So let me write that down. Where should I write that down? Use the var keyword for local variables only. Specify type everywhere else. Alright. Alright. So let's just continue. This is a very interesting caption. How to be a loser. What does that even mean? Alright, let's go ahead and take this challenge. Alright, so this challenge is to implement a losing system. That's why it's called How to Be a Loser. It's because we need to add some pressure or danger to the player. And we do that by checking to see if any of the enemies were able to pass our defenders and reach this point of the map. If so, then it's going to deal damage to our base, so-called base. And when it reaches to 0, then that's when we use the scene manager to load the next scene. But we don't even have a losing screen, so we have to make a screen for that too, which will be interesting because it's been a long time since I've done this. Let me just see how it looks so far as a whole. So we hit start game. We don't even have buttons yet. Really? There's no script. Dang it. Alright. So let's go back into this scene. So the first step, we're going to create an empty object. And we're going to call it base, I guess. And then we're going to give it a box collider. First, reset the transform. Push it to here, I guess. And then we're just going to do it like that. And then we're going to do an itch trigger. Alright, so then we're going to create a script. Let's call this base. I spelled it wrong. Can we say base? Does it change it? No, it doesn't. Whatever. Alright. So now what? First of all, we do need an update. We do need to start. And we also need to have private void on trigger enter 2D, collider 2D, other collider. So definitely we're going to destroy other collider dot game object. Let me just see if it works. Cool. So they get deleted or destroyed. We're gonna push this a little bit more to the back because I don't want the lizard disappearing here. It kind of breaks the immersion a little bit. So it's gonna, I think that should be good. Let me see. That's fine. Alright. So now what else do we need to do? We need to display our health points on the screen. So basically what we did here, the point text, we're going to do duplicate it, call this base health, spelled it wrong again, base health, and then just move it to the top, and then change the color to red-ish, reddish. How about yellow? Yeah, I guess that sounds good. Alright. So you have a star display. And then I guess we're gonna have a health display. Health display. And then let's go to here. I guess I should say base health text. Get rid of this. And then drag and drop this. Edit the script. So the base and the base health text should be the same. I mean, not the same. They should work together. He did give us a hint to look here. So, alright, get component text, update display. So, let's see. Let's go trophy for a bit. Drag and drop that there. Go to the top. And what is this called? Add stars. Alright, so let's look at the script. Defender script. Look at that. Find object of type, and then that. So in our base, that's what we're gonna do too. So we're gonna, yeah, since there's only gonna be one base health text, it should be fine. So private void. On trigger enter 2D. Oh wait, no, this is this is the health display. Where's the base? Alright, cool. So we're gonna do a little, a little extra code, cache refs. We're gonna call this a health display. Health display. Dplay. No. Health display equals get component. No, not get component. My bad. Find object of type health display. Once we do that in our health display, we're not going to need that. First we're going to do cache refs I think because what's going to help us here is the star display. I'm just gonna drag it here. Oh, and not cache refs, my bad. Oh, we can do that too, I guess. So we need the config params serialized field. So this will be the I guess the health points, and we'll give it 102, I guess. Cache ref, we do need the text. We have the health points text, but we also need to import or include the Unity engine.ui namespace to be able to use this reference. And oh, we do need start. And what do you know? I guess if we're gonna have a cache ref, we should definitely do need a start method if we're gonna have a cache ref, because then we need to instantiate it. So yeah, get component. I think it's just text. Yeah, it's just text. And then update display, in which we'll update the display. So I'm not looking. Let's see how we're gonna do it. Well, how about health points dot text equals we need to update the text, so dang it, I looked. Health points dot toString. Makes sense, that's updating. So then probably do need to check if it's dead or if it's I mean, do we have adding life? You know, for now I'm not gonna consider it. So we're just gonna remove or reduce the health points. So private void reduce health points, yes, int points, and then we're gonna do health points minus equal points, and then update display. Then we're also gonna need to get to be public, and this will be the last thing I do because I just noticed it's an hour already. Get health points, then return health points. Alright, so when we return next time, we're gonna finish this up and I guess finish this challenge that he gave us. Alright then, I'll catch you later. Peace.